In every corner of Liberia, behind closed doors and in plain sight, a silent epidemic crash. Gender-based violence, or GBV, affects hundreds of lives every day. Welcome to The Silent Scream, a documentary aimed at exposing the harsh realities faced by countless individuals in Liberia. In this journey, we will look at different forms of gender-based violence, exploring its complex nature and the strength of those who dare to break free.
We need a radical approach to fix the system. So with this 16 days, we hope we raise enough awareness that there needs to be laws on violence against women and girls. We need to strengthen the judicial system. There needs to be an overall revamping of the system. We need to look at the system again and see what works.
In the homes we pass by every day, the schools that shape the future, and the offices where dreams should flourish, there exists a silent scream.
I'm married 8 years now, but in this marriage I've been through a lot. Some of the things that were happening in my home was that my husband insulted me in public, he beat on me.
We got a physical violence that fought that, also domestic violence, but that violence and the emotional violence that deny resources for us enough. Many people don't want to, report no violence because they are afraid to report due to repercussion, or maybe some of those perpetrators whose family don't want them to go to jail, will go to jail. So most of the people are not reporting violence, but violence is still prevalent in our community.
Our culture has placed a lot of stereotype on women that cause them, like when men can easily walk from that home without nobody in society will not question you why you have to leave. But when a woman leaves for husband without children, they don't have time to know what are some of the things that woman will reach in at home. So the society will look at her as like a loose woman. She just wants to leave, to be on her feet. So all of those things are some of the reasons that women will see and say, let me just stay here. And sometimes they will feel like when I leave this home with these children, who the men am I going to get to take care of my children? So let me just stay here and just suffer with these children. Then my children, they myself just suffer together with this man. When if we enjoy it or not, let me just stay there, because if I leave this man, I may not find another man out there that will want me and my children.
A mother shouldn't have to choose between her daughter and her daughter's rapist.
Gender-based violence wears many marks. It's not just physical, it's the invisible chains that bind the spirit. Economic control, emotional manipulation, they are all part of the cycle.
But my main focus here is violence against girls within the disabled community or women within the disabled community. There are a lot of violence that they face that people hardly talk about.
When it comes to relationship aspects, people with disability face a lot of challenges. You'll find a guy telling that he's in love with you, while the two of you in private telling you that he's in love with you, he loves you. But outside, he is not proud of you. You don't want anybody. He will tell you in the privacy, I don't want anybody to know that I am in anything. I don't want anybody to know, because he is not proud of you. And some of them, when they want to have access to you, sometimes when they even have access to you, they will just go. They will just go. They don't want to be back on with you again.
We don't see the silent violence, and those silent violence lead a lot of people into depression. We see people are dying for non-medical reasons. We have to be very inclusive as possible. We need to ensure that every space that we create is very diverse, is inclusive of every human being. When someone has a disability, that disability doesn't define them.
Despite the darkness, there is hope. Let's meet the courageous souls who found the strength to break free from the chains of gender-based violence.
More teachers take advantage of a girl child because of grades. Because it is totally against our will, and no girl should be given grades based on sex. In a society where girls are not well protected, when things like that happen to girls, instead of the perpetrator taking the blame, they are going to put the blame on us. I am adding my voice to many voices. We have cried for so long. There are a lot of violence that we have on go, and we are still asking for changes.
Like with the young girls in the Islamic sector, we are facing a lot of problems. Most of our Islamic parents do not allow their children to finish with high school in the name of marriage. Marriage is something that cannot pass. Even if you are 30 to 35, 40, you can still get married, but education is something that is very cardinal. The passion I have now for what I do is where it comes from. So knowing that where I am, there are so many girls at my age that are in this position and they want to be there. So I go out, I wake up every day in the morning. Every morning I wake up from my bed and I'm like, I have to push more. I have to work with more people to ensure that they get access to justice, and we have a more safe space where we have access to quality education, domestic violence being a barrier for you. So this is something I work towards every day to achieve that other people can have the safe space that I have to have.
It's not just about surviving, it's about fighting back. Across the globe, activists, lawmakers, and everyday people are standing up to end gender-based violence. As we draw the curtain on these 16 days of activism, remember the power to end gender-based violence lies within each one of us. Together, we can break the chains that bind, silence the screams, and create a Liberia where everyone feels protected, live a life free from fear. If you or someone you know is experiencing gender-based violence, seek help. Talk to someone. Don't keep silent. Let's stand united against this silent epidemic and break the chains once and for all. Because every story deserves to be heard and every survivor deserves to be free.